Hello, my name is Erin Magee. I am a veteran with 10 years of prior federal service. I have worked for the Department of Defense and Department of the Treasury. On April 5th, I filed my statement of candidacy with the Federal Election Commission as the first Republican presidential candidate from the state of Florida. But who am I? President Lincoln once said, "You can fool all of the people some of the time, and some of the people all of the time. But you can never fool all of the people all of the time." I am one of those who hasn't been fooled. As a local candidate, my first concern is our local economy. In May of this year, Florida's unemployment rate was still among our nation's highest, at 10.6%, and in some counties, well over 11%. The big picture is no less discouraging. We are told that 6.2 million Americans, 45% of all unemployed workers in this country, have been jobless for more than 6 months. This is the highest rate we've seen since the Great Depression. What lies ahead for Florida? Believe it or not, our home state of Florida can and will have a great future. The key to that future is algae. Those same algae that foul Florida's beaches, lakes, rivers, and springs in growing quantities each year. Those same algae that threaten public health. Those same algae that have crippled our fishing industry. Those same algae that have led to the closure of a drinking water plant serving 30,000 people. How can algae be the key to Florida's future? Algae can be harvested, dried, and converted into butanol, a biofuel that is used in internal combustion engines. As president, I will urge Congress to approve grants to harvest the algae that have poisoned our waters for so long and process them for use in biofuel production. I will support tax incentives for private investment. Our rivers will soon be flanked with butanol plants, which will remain in constant use 24 hours a day. These plants will clean up our waterways, and as they do, we'll see the return of our fishing and crabbing industries. Tourists will come in increasing numbers, and we'll produce a biofuel, a renewable source of energy that will bring the price of gasoline down through the floorboards. Our butanol plants will be a permanent source of energy. Inevitably, nutrients from our agricultural watershed will continue to flow into our lakes, rivers, and springs each time it rains. These will spawn a continual crop of algae blooms for use in fuel production. We'll keep those blooms harvested and protect our waterways as we become less and less dependent on foreign oil. Our plants will be to Florida what the pipeline was to Alaska. They will give rise to an avalanche of jobs. Through new investment, there will be more jobs than people to fill them. There will always be skeptics. My opponents will say it can't be done. But with a GDP valued at $14.7 trillion, we are still the world's leading economy. China is our closest rival with a GDP of less than half that amount. If measured in terms of private wealth, we are again in first place, with 412 billionaires. I am bullish on America. I am bullish on Florida. You can't stop progress. You can delay it. You can pretend it doesn't exist. But sooner or later, it's bound to come. I say, the sooner the better. Remember me in the presidential primary. As president, I will never forget my home state. God bless you, and God bless America.